Good late Saturday evening. I'm certified meteorologist Nick Kelly checking in on this July 20th of 2019. And stop me if you've heard this before. It was hot. It was humid. But at least we kept things nice and quiet again for today under mostly sunny skies. We just have to put up with one more hot and humid day. Then Mother Nature will give us a break from the heat and humidity as we head into next week. Before we see where we're going, though, let's see where we've been on this Saturday so far with our time-lapse from indigo sky just outside of Seneca, Missouri. The casino resort grounds once again staying calm and quiet from start to finish. A little high cloud cover here or there, but that is another typical summer day with quiet skies over not just the casino grounds, but across the entire area. And it just felt like we were hot and humid for most of the month, considering the past 4 days have been hot and humid, but looking back at the numbers, we spent a good deal of July with temperatures below normal when we look at afternoon highs. 13 days out of the month so far have been below normal in terms of afternoon highs. We had a Sunday back on the 7th with temperatures at 90 degrees, which is what we consider normal on a normal July 7th. And it was just the 1st of the month, the 9th of the month, and from Wednesday all the way through today where we had temperatures really feeling like summer with highs above normal, including the past few days with highs around 93, 94 Friday, and pushing 95 for an afternoon high today. At least we're still looking nice and calm from 7th and Rangeline. From the east side of Joplin, the official numbers, again, had Joplin Regional topping out at 95, warmer than our average of 91, and we definitely didn't get much of a chance to cool off a whole lot to start this morning out, with lows right around 76. And surprise, surprise, it's still warm and muggy outside. Last check with the currents at 9:33 had Joplin sitting at 84, with it feeling like 90 degrees, with the dew point sitting at a soupy 73 degrees. We had temperatures all across the area in the lower to middle 80s from about Iola, Parsons, Welch, Veneta, points east. And the closer you go to Wichita, the Turnpike, and even down to Tulsa, you still have temperatures reading into the middle to upper 80s. But it doesn't matter really when the dew points are still this high. It all feels like we're at least in the upper 80s, and some spots still pushing into the mid-90s late on this Saturday night. And we are still looking at a warm and muggy night ahead of us. We may quickly turn mild, though, by about sunrise, with overnight lows dropping to 75. But as soon as we hit sunrise, we're going to waste no time heating up again with temperatures back near 90 by noon. But at least for the rest of the night and into your Sunday morning, we'll keep the skies quiet once again. But since we're looking at another repeat of today all over again for Sunday, it's no wonder we still have heat advisories and excessive heat warnings to take us until about 8 or 9 o'clock going into Sunday evening. And then, after that, Mother Nature will give us a break from the humidity with our next storm system ready to roll on in. But we haven't had anything to worry about today on the Skywatch Storm Tracker. I have been keeping an eye on thunderstorms that have developed along Interstate 25 in eastern parts of Colorado. Those storms will not make it here. I've also been keeping an eye on this interesting batch of thunderstorms that developed around Des Moines, and they grew into this little bit of a bow, a convective system here, trying to work out of northern parts of Missouri. Odds are very iffy on whether or not it'll make it to the I-70 corridor, but I don't think any of those thunderstorms will make it near us for tonight. But the overall setup is beginning to change as those storms to the north and east of us hint at our next storm system ready to roll in. We just need to change the jet stream up a little bit. We've had the jet back at 9:35 showing the brunt of this upper level ridge still trying to develop across Colorado and New Mexico, but it is still on track to amplify this jet stream and send at least this part to the Canadian border. That's going to allow the jet stream to come at us out of the northwest going into next week, and especially tomorrow. And that is going to allow this cold front at the surface to start heading our way. I think the thunderstorms will stay closest to the front tonight, but as this begins to edge closer by tomorrow night and Monday, that's when our rain chances will ramp back up once again. As long as we're still ahead of the front, we'll keep things quiet for tonight, but it's going to be another warm and muggy night overall. You can see everybody dipping back into the mid-70s before we get to sunrise Sunday morning. So everybody will start around 75 with the south breeze at 5 to 15 miles per hour. We'll waste no time warming up to 90 degrees by noon and then pushing 95 for an afternoon high. And the winds will be a bit gusty again. The south breeze at 10 to 15 with gusts near 20. Still, that's a hot breeze to keep us into the mid-90s for afternoon highs all across the board. And that's also going to keep those dew points up in the 70s again during the afternoon. So in terms of the feels like temperatures, it will feel like we're well into the 70s and near 80 to start the morning out. Then we'll be pushing near 100 by lunchtime, and then we'll be seeing heat indices back to about 102 to 106, 107 degrees as we head into Sunday afternoon. Then you begin to see those changes rolling in as we head into Sunday night. Let's talk about that cold front now. It's going to be just to the north of us as we begin our Sunday evening. As long as we're still ahead of it, I'm not seeing any rain or thunderstorm chances to at least start the evening out around 5 or 6 o'clock. Once we get to about 8, 9, 10 o'clock, though, as that front begins to work in, it'll have more than enough heat, instability, and moisture to work with. So the radar may not look exactly like what the future track is showing, but it definitely has the right idea of firing up a good deal of scattered thunderstorms across the area to take us through your Sunday night and into your Monday morning. Now, I'm not anticipating anything severe, but these could certainly be some strong thunderstorms with some heavy bouts of rain time and again to take us toward the morning commute on Monday. There's still a slim chance we could see some scattered thunderstorms after the morning, driving up until about lunchtime. Then we'll spend the rest of Monday turning partly sunny and drying things out. And you'll definitely see temperatures improving behind that front, with temperatures looking to go into the lower 80s for Monday. Now, on top of that, the rest of the week ahead is looking pretty good, with the jet stream digging across the area and the brunt of the heat pushing back to the west. This type of setup will keep us warm with highs in the 80s Tuesday, Wednesday, and all the way through much of the week ahead. But these are below normal, and not to mention with lower humidity, this is going to feel nice as we head into the week ahead. But I do want to say, as we head toward the coming weekend, we will see some of the heat work back in. And in addition to that, as we head towards Saturday, even though the run of our next storm system stays well to the north, that's strong enough to bring a cold front our way by Saturday, and that could bring some scattered thunderstorm chances in here. But the overall message for the coming week ahead is a nice break from the heat and certainly from the humidity. We just have to put up with another 95-degree day tomorrow, another hot, humid day for tomorrow as well. Then we'll go to 81 on Monday. Again, thunderstorms primarily during the morning hours. Then 81, mostly sunny on Tuesday, lows going into the lower 60s for Tuesday and Wednesday. Then we see mid-80s Wednesday, Thursday, Friday back into the upper 80s, 88 on Saturday with another shot for thunderstorms by then. But overall, this is looking a lot better compared to how the past few days have been. Have a good night. Have a great Sunday.